Hello, welcome to this week's reading vlog. No, kinda new updates in terms of Cemetery Boys, but it's like last week, there is something that I forgot to add that I read last week, which is volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Kiss Him Not Me manga. It also has an anime. So it's about this character. She is an otaku. So she's like a massive fan of this character. And she, in the beginning of the anime or the manga, is overweight. She's chubby. And when one of the characters that she loves dies, she gets really affected by it, that she stops eating for a few days. And I think it was only literally just a few days. And then she lost a lot of weight, and then she became super pretty, and there were these four guys who suddenly want to be with her. Okay, I was going into this one knowing that it was going to be tackling losing weight and being fat and all that, and I knew there's probably going to be some really problematic portrayals of it, and I was right. It's really hard to read it, but I really like certain parts of it where the boys are really challenged into, you can definitely tell which one of the boys really care about her and which ones of them only care about her weight or only really just paid attention to her because of her weight. There's also because she's into BL, which is male ships romance, and she actually ships two of the boys that were following her, which was really into it. And I don't enjoy the portrayal of how much she is into those things because it feels very close to fetishization. I'm not well versed in that, but I have heard, of course, and read about, fetishization of male romance, specifically by women. And it's a whole nother thing. On top of, the weight issues, and I still want to continue reading it, but if it's going to not address the way those certain topics are used, I'm gonna have to drop it. I will do a little bit of research though on if it will, because I don't want to continue reading it if it doesn't. So I'm gonna research first because I think this is finished. It's completed already. I know the ending actually, and I wanted to read that story, and I was interested in whatever the portrayal will be for the fat rap and the losing weight, the societal standards that people have, etc. All that. I didn't know about the MLM. So yeah, I will research it because I don't want to continue reading it if it's going to be just kind of sweeping the things under the rug and not really discussing things and addressing what has been brought up by the manga. It is an earlier manga, so we'll see. I'm gonna research a little bit more. But that is what I forgot to add. I haven't read anything from Cemetery Boys yet. I just finished editing my vlog, my weekly reading vlog. That's why I'm updating you right now on the manga that I did finish. So I'll see you guys later. I finished it. It was so cute. I couldn't stop smiling at that last part. It was just so cute. It was so freaking cute. Okay, I predicted what was going to happen, at the end, how it was going to get down. I wasn't sure how we were going to end it, but I really loved the ending. It was so cute. And this book is so good. Again, the plot was really predictable for me, but the progression of the relationship between Julian and Adriel, it's so cute. I swear, it's so cute. The friendships here are so heartwarming, and I really also love the family exploration of family here. They have an extended Yadriel has this huge community that is of his extended family, and it's complicated, it's messy, but it's always comforting to have. He loves his family, but his family is stuck in traditional ways, and it hurts him, but he still loves them. But he won't stop fighting for himself and wanting to be fully and truly accepted by the family who he knows loves him and he also loves. And I can relate to it a lot, and it's just so heartwarming. It's really difficult to have that in your family, to be seen as who you are and to kind of respect their past, but also want to be accepted for who you are, and wanting to fight for yourself, but also not wanting to come across as disrespectful and antagonistic. It's something that I feel very could relate to a lot, I guess you could say. Obviously, his trying to be accepted within his family is different, from my own experiences. But that whole idea of, in a way, challenging the way that his family has grown up into and their beliefs is very difficult. Anyway, yeah. So the family, the friendships are so heartwarming. And the two of them are just so cute. They're so cute. And Julian's friends they're so precious. His brother, his like own family, even if it's not by blood. And there's obviously like discussions of racism and deportation, colorism. It's really present in here, brought up and discussed here a little bit. So yeah, I really enjoy this one. Yadriel and Huyan, I'm just gonna say it. They're so cute. They're so precious. Hello. So very quick update. I'm only 30 pages of the way in, so I don't really have any thoughts, but I just got an email that the Goodreads Choice Award is up, and I was checking it earlier today actually, because I was like, hey, I think it should be up by now, and I was right, only later today. So let's check what this is. Obviously, I can't talk about some of the genres in here because I don't really read a lot from them. So let's see. I'm only gonna be opening up the ones that I know I've read. So best fiction, no, not a lot from this one. This one I haven't really read a lot from, so yeah, I don't know any of these books. I mean, I've heard of some of them. I haven't read them, and I only want to read Dial A for Aunties and Cloud Cuckoo Land and maybe Beautiful World, Where Are You, and Once There Were Wolves. That's it. Like, aside from those, I don't really have anything that I'm interested in. Excuse the noise, I don't know what's going on. Obviously when I start filming, that's when things are starting. Seriously. Okay, turned up. Okay, best mystery and thriller. Okay, I'm actually gonna be reading Arsenic and Adobo next, and I'll be including it actually in this vlog while I make adobo. We'll see. Razorblade Tears is on my TBR. The Maidens I read, I didn't like it. I've heard a lot of things about The Wife Upstairs, but I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna like it. Not a Happy Family as well, by Shari Lapena. Slow Fire Burning, Rock Paper Scissors. Yeah, I've heard them, but the only one that I really want to read here is Razorblade Tears, and Arsenic and Adobo is like literally on my TBR for this week. And The Maidens, which I didn't really like. And then best fantasy. Alright, okay, I think all of these are in my TBR, but I haven't read any of them. So we have Ariadne, She Who Became the Sun, The Book of Magic, The Unbroken, A Court of Silver Frames, Shadow of the Gods, The Chosen and the Beautiful, Crown of Gilded Bones, The Hidden Palace, which is Heart, The Wolf and the Woodsman, Malice, Under the Whispering Door, The Inheritance of Arcadia Divina, Sorrowland, A Master of Jinn, For the Wolf, Jasmine Throne, Spindle Splendored, and The Last Graduate. Okay, yeah, all of these are in my TBR. Like, majority of these are in my TBR. And I actually own, I think, majority of this. Yeah, because I have The Last Graduate, Jasmine Throne, Arcadia Divina, The Wolf and the Woodsman. The Witch's Heart is on my wish list. Chosen and the Beautiful, Shadow of the Gods is on my wish list as well. The Unbroken, The Book of Magic, She Who Became the Sun, Ariadne. I haven't read any of these. So I can't really vote on this. Man, okay, best romance. Okay. I know all of this, except for one. I haven't read of How to Fail at Flirting, but all of this I've heard. I have read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these. So I guess I can vote on this. So I have not read A Charm Offensive, Life's Too Short, The Ex-Hex, The Love Hypothesis, How to Fail at Flirting, Second First Impressions, It Happened One Summer, 7 Days in June, The Road Trip, and While We Were Dating. Oh, and The Spanish Love Deception as well. I haven't read it. Why did I think I've read it? A lot of these are on my TBR, except for The Charm Offensive, Life's Too Short, How to Fail at Flirting, Second First Impressions, and The Road Trip. Okay, While We Were Dating as well isn't on my TBR. The Spanish Love Deception, I've heard like really like mixed things about. Like some people like love it and some people like hated it. So I'm interested in reading it because I want to know where I'm gonna fall. So I have an idea. I think I'm not gonna like it. I've read a lot of these. I think I'm gonna vote. Oh, it's gonna be so hard because I have some really good favorites here, like The Hard Principle, Soulmate Equation, People We Meet on Vacation. Wow, okay. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to read The Ex-Hex, Love Hypothesis, and maybe 7 Days in June before the year ends. Oh my gosh. Okay. These are 2021? I feel like I read The Dating Plan so long ago. Maybe it's like the start of the year, that's why I don't remember. Okay, best science fiction. I've heard some of these, but I've not read any of it. Like The Winter's Orbit, I have like a special edition of it. Hail Mary, I've heard. I'm not really interested in reading it. Fugitive Telemetry. How do you say that? By Martha Wells. I think I want to read that one. Remote Control by Nidia Corafor. I also want to read. Echo Wife, I've heard, but I'm not interested in reading. Clara and the Sun as well, I've heard. Not interested in reading. Best debut novel. Okay, so I've read Honey Girl. That's it. But again, my TBR, Winter's Orbit, Firekeeper's Daughter, Gilded Ones, The Lost Apothecary, Spanish Love Deception, and She Who Became the Sun. I don't think I'm gonna be able to vote this year anywhere. Okay, best YA. Ooh, okay. So I've read a lot of these. A good part. Okay, so I've read Last Night at the Telegraph Club, The Cousins, As Good as Dead. That's it. But on my TBR is Honey and Issues, Guide to Fate Dating, The Hawthorne Legacy, Counting Down with You, Ari and Dante Discovered the Waters of the World. Firekeeper's Daughter is also on here. Instructions for Dancing. Yoke, Concrete Rose, Tokyo Over After, Ace of Spades. I'm not interested in reading The Box in the Woods though. And I also want to read Perfect on Paper. I've heard of that and I am interested in reading that as well, like a very recent one. Okay, best YA fantasy. Okay. Okay, so We Free the Stars I've read. House of Hollow I literally have just read. Six Crimson Cranes I haven't, but on my TBR, Sky Beyond a Storm, TBR, Chain of Iron, Red, Realm Breaker, TBR, Once Upon a Broken Heart, Our Violent Delights, The Gilded Ones, Iron Widow, The Ones We Were Meant to Find, Rule of Wolves, His Hollow Vows, Lore are in my TBR. Lore I think I'm gonna read sometime this week or next week, but within this month, definitely. Yeah, I haven't read any. I only read, what? 2 of these? 3 about Sebald Nedley. Namesake, I didn't DNF it, but I did read the first book, but I wasn't interested in continuing it. I'm gonna need to like hustle on me. I do want to read Chloe Gong's duology because I actually have Our Violent Ends pre-ordered. So I think it should be arriving soon because I received like a shipping update, I think yesterday. Realm Breaker I also ordered, so it should be on the way here. Once Upon a Broken Heart I do own. Sky Beyond the Storm, I'm still waiting for that last book in the new editions I did pre-order. The Gilded Ones I do have. Iron Widow I do want to read it. Rule of Wolves I want to read before the end of the year. These Hollow Vows, I don't know. Gods and Monsters? I'm gonna read Serpent and Dove, and if I do like it, I'm gonna continue and maybe read Gods and Monsters, but it's kind of like up in the air, we don't know. So yeah, those are the Goodreads Choice Awards. I don't think I'm gonna be able to only, surprisingly, well not really surprisingly, given the year that I've had, romance is the only one that I'm gonna be able to vote for, because fantasy, all of these are in my TBR, but I haven't read any of it. Nope, not a single one. Also, maybe best YA fiction? I think so. I think YA adult fantasy. I mean, YA fantasy science fiction. I can't because I've read like 3 of these. That's it. Unfortunately, that's a no. At least for best young adult fiction, I have few. Sci-fi, I can't. I already know I would. And debut novels, I can't. Romance, fantasy, I can't. Mystery, no, I can't. So, best romance. Man, wait, how many can I vote? I can only vote once. Oh, dang, okay. Okay, let's see. Best YA fiction. Yeah, I think that's it. I voted already on 2 categories. So that's my update for right now. Again, I'm only 30 pages in. Am I gonna finish this today? I don't think so, but we're gonna try, because I do want to finish it tonight. So. Also, not a bookish update. I bought this Snackrate. It's all Kitkats, like from around the world, mostly from Japan, I think. And like, it's all of it. And I want to eat it. I actually ordered 2 by accident. I gave my sister the other one. So, and I really love Snackrate. I used to have like a subscription for them, but it was getting out of hand because I would finish like the entire box by the time the next box arrives. And I only had like, I think the second tier one next to the mini, like the regular box. So this is what it looks like. So you have like fan facts about KitKat, the history of KitKat, and then you have this info sheet of all of the flavors that you're gonna have here. And yeah, this is fun. Like all of this are just different flavors of KitKat. The only thing that I've tasted from here are the matcha ones, because I love matcha, and I think I've had this as well. I think that's the strawberry one, yeah. And then they also have these, like they look like the chocolate candies that we have in the Philippines. So you have hazelnut, honeycomb, and then we have this one, the chunky one. I think I've had this also. Literally just like a big Kit Kat. And then dark mint. I don't really eat like choco mint flavors. Then you also have this one, arrow mint. Ew. Zebra. I don't know what this is. Dark and white. Oh, I'm not a big fan of white chocolate. I prefer dark chocolates. And then, what is this? Is it just a regular one? It looks like it. And then, of course, you have... Oh, there's something underneath. Nope. Oh, that's part of this one. Yeah, so I have that. And yeah, honeycomb. I think more chunky underneath. Oh, we have orange? Yeesh, I don't really like orange. Next to mint, orange is like the chocolate flavor thing that I don't have. I haven't tried honeycomb yet, though. And then chunky White, yeah, we have the white chocolate Kitkat. Again, I don't really eat it. And dark chocolate Kitkat. See, it's Japanese. We don't have it here in the US. I don't know why. And then this one is, I think this is like a brand something. Wheat biscuits right there. Big little pouch which has like the circular KitKats, I guess. And then sweet and salty. Sweet and salty. What? Yeah, so I'm excited about this. I'm trying not to eat all of this one go because it's not good for me. I should this should last me for like 2 months at least. Anyway, I'm trying to save like the matcha ones for last because they're my favorites. Literally we buy the matcha ones from like the Asian supermarkets, and it always is gone within the end of the week, if it even lasts for like a week. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna try first, but that's my update for it. Alright, so I'm a little over halfway through Horrid. I'm enjoying it. Very atmospheric, very creepy. Like that part where she saw a marble roll out from that door and she looked underneath that door, she tried to see what's inside. I'm like, girl, no. I would never. I was just expecting somebody to like be waiting for her to look under that door and be like staring at her too. I watch enough horror movies for me to know that is never a good idea. That didn't happen, spoiler alert. But she did see something else and another scene with that same like storage room. Yeah, but I think this is really setting up to be like an unreliable narrator type thing, because we are following her, the daughter's perspective, and she keeps like recalling these memories that she's kind of forgotten over the years, and she has like an uncontrollable, she has like anger issues. I can definitely tell from the past. She's had it rough, but she had like really like bad anger issues. So, and her mom is a little sus too, by the way, which I kind of already understood from the premise itself. But mom's really acting sus, and I feel like mom knows something, and I don't know, both of them are like going through it. Both of them are, something's happening to them, something's happening to the house. I'm really creeped out, and yeah, a lot scared. I really hope that we get more of the mom and daughter. So far, they're kind of getting swept up in the plot, and we're not really getting to know the characters and really like understanding them. Again, more of like an unreliable narrator. So hopefully we'll get more of the characters, because so far it's been a pretty kind of heavily atmosphere book type thing. I just feel like plot and character, there really isn't anything there. It's more really of the atmosphere and like the tense, creepy, scary moments that we have, and the like weird things that are happening. So I guess you could say that's plot, but also I think it's more of atmosphere for me, because plot so far, like, I can't really tell you what's happening. Just a lot of weird things happening, that's it. And I think the book so far has been central to like the weird things that are happening, the creepy things that are happening. So we'll see. I want to finish this tonight. I'm a little over halfway through, so maybe like an hour and a half more of reading. I'll get back to you then. I'm on page 233. I knew it. I called it. I knew it. I knew it. I kind of realized it. Like, I think I already had like theories from like my last update about what could be like happening. And then like this last few pages, I'm just like, oh, I know what this is. I know what's happening. And I was right. But also I didn't expect how it was revealed. Still have 100 pages to go. It's really creepy. It's like 12 in the morning, but I'm gonna finish this because I cannot sleep. I won't be able to sleep without I'll be back. What the fuck was that ending? I mean, I guess, but do I like that ending or do I not? I don't know. I really don't know. I kind of get it, but I also, I don't know. Fuck. Okay, I don't know if I like that ending. That's really messed up though. Which, again, I understand. Oh my god. Okay, well, that's hard for you. Very creepy. And it literally ended on Halloween. I was expecting a different kind of ending. I feel like I would have been really disappointed with that ending though. That was where I was seeing it going. But that ending wouldn't have like a lot of explanations. And this kind of ending has me kind of making my own like explanations based on what has happened here so far. And I can't really like talk about it because it's gonna be spoilery, but I don't know. That's horrid. So I'll be reading Arsenic and Adobo tomorrow. I'll be making adobo as well. Actually, I'm gonna prepare it right now. the way my parents make it, I don't really marinate the meat, which is like, how most people would do it. So I'm gonna marinate my own thing and do it tomorrow, and then like cook it tomorrow. But oh my god, I guess I don't know. Okay, so I started arsenic and adobo, and I probably have added or will add like me actually making adobo this morning. I was listening to the audiobook while I was cooking the adobo, and it turned out good. I should have cooked it a little bit, like lowered the heat a little bit so that the chicken could cook a little bit more, could be more tender, and the marinade, or like a sauce, didn't evaporate too much, but it's fine. I did it. It tastes fine. Yeah, just next time. I don't really cook adobo very often because I used to have it a lot when I was a kid, and so whenever I would cook something, I would be like cooking something that we don't eat very often. And adobo is like one of the food that is really easy to cook because you literally just let the thing simmer in the marinade and it's done. I don't cook it very often. I think this is only the second time that I've cooked adobo ever. I'm really enjoying this one. In terms of like how the family is, I really appreciated it. I like the representation so far because like the family, the titas, like, or the aunties are very true to how aunties are in the Philippines. It might be a little bit kind of a stereotype or like a little bit exaggerated, but I know for a fact that some aunties, like family, extended family, are like that. They're very prone to gossiping and like judging you and like being nosy about what you're doing and how you're doing, etc. So that's so true. That's very true. That's something that I observe and I know is present in the culture, in my culture. So yeah, as much as like, especially like the fat phobic like comments, as triggering as they are, it's literally true. And the way that the character was like, they haven't seen me in a long time, and like the first comment that they would say is about, how fat I've gotten, which is true. I grew up with that too. Like every time I would see my aunts after like a long time, and usually I would only see them during the vacation time, like summer vacation, Christmas vacation, the first thing that they will always comment on is if I lost or gained weight. And yeah, it's a bit triggering for me personally, but again, it's something that a lot of relatives, especially aunties, comment on. So yeah, very true, very accurate. And I really like how the narrator that really puts like the Filipino accent with the English, because that's literally how a lot of aunties sound like when they speak English. I mean, I'm not like American. I'm not Filipino American. I only moved here 2 years ago, but there are a lot of like Fil-Am, or I know a lot of like Fil-Am families. So very accurate. And I love the food and just the introduction to the culture, and the way we are as family, how we put family first. We're all about food. We make sure that we take care of family and of our like visitors. Also, there's a glossary and pronunciation guide which I really love. There's even like food and like the honorifics, like the anak, ate, bunso, kuya, lola, lolo, ninang, tita, and tito. And the food, adobo, I actually haven't heard of almondigas. What is that? Baon, embutido, ginataan, kakanin, quesong puti, lengua de gato, lumpia, lumpiang sariwa, mamon, matamis na bao. Oh, matamis na bao. I haven't tried that in so long. Merienda, pandesal, patis, salabat, suman, ube. And like other words, diba, makapagal, mga ninang. Oh my gulay. Tama na, chinelas, utang na loob. Those are great. Like, it is really good because it's also teaching you the culture as well, and like a little bit of things so you get to understand it a little bit more, which I really enjoy. So I'm only 50 pages in, didn't really read a lot, so I'll continue reading this tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. We'll see. Maybe I can try to finish it just like I did the other book. So I'll update you guys in a little bit. And there was also like one mention of considering someone as their like cousin or like sibling, but they're not actually blood related. They're just so close that somebody that you're not blood related to, you will call someone you would call your like older sibling or younger sibling or like cousin, something like that. And even your own like uncles and aunties, even though you're not blood related related, you treat them as such, and like also family. That's so on point. Like I have a lot of titas and titos that I'm not related to, but are like, I call them tito, which is uncle, and tita as in auntie, aunt, because they're pretty much like family. Hello. I finished Arsenic and Adobo last night. Well, earlier this morning. I actually really enjoyed the mystery because it's not like just straight up, even though it definitely took the back burner in the story, it was still like obviously like a large part of it, but I think it's more so of, I think like a really big like introduction to the Filipino culture and Lila's Filipino family, the small community in Shady Palms, and it focused more on the characters and their relationships between the characters. The mystery was still really good though. I enjoyed it, but it's not the main focus of the story because it is like a cozy mystery. So I really actually liked, I like the whole like mystery storyline. I really liked because again, it's not straightforward. It's not like just, it's not a very simple like mystery. A lot of elements going on, which I appreciated. And if you're looking for like a really heavy like mystery book, you're not gonna find that here. This is more of the characters and the community and the small town. So I really appreciated it personally because it really is like, it really teaches you the Filipino culture that I feel like really, really well it represented and told like our story as Filipinos really well. The second book in this series, Homicide and Halo Halo, comes out February of next year, and I actually requested it on NetGalley. I want to have like a physical arc, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to email like the publishing group Berkeley so I can have like a physical copy because I prefer the physical copy. But I love this one more on the characters and the community and the small town rather than really the mystery, although I did enjoy the mystery itself as well. So I'm gonna start reading Bone Witch by Rin Pecco. This is the first book in the Bone Witch trilogy, and this is also by a Filipino author. This is YA fantasy witches. So I'm gonna read this one, update you guys in a little bit once I get more into it. I literally haven't started it yet. So hello, it is a Thursday evening. I am about a little over 30% of the way through Bone Witch by Rin Pecco. It has been a struggle for me with this book. It's really confusing because there's like really heavy world building. Even up until this point, it's kind of slowed down a little bit. I think like the first 30% of the book is like heavy, like first really heavy world building. And I'm still really confused. Like I really still don't fully understand what's going on, and I feel like it's gonna continue like building the world for the entirety of the book because it's really complicated. There's a lot of things going on, and there's also like two kind of perspectives, and it's like she's recounting her story to someone, and it's really confusing, but it's very, very interesting with her character being a bone witch, which is essentially like someone who can raise the dead, and there's a lot of like prejudices against her because she's like a dark witch kind of thing. So I really like the world though, and the magic system, although it's very confusing. And so far it's a very compelling read. It's just, I feel like because I need to get used to the writing style, it's very unique, but yeah, it's very dense, I want to say. So that's my update for it. And also, Mac is here again. He's visiting for about almost a week, I think. Yeah, almost a week, because he arrived yesterday, Wednesday, and he's gonna be picked up Tuesday morning. Yeah. I'll update you guys tomorrow, I guess. I'm gonna read like synopsis on the internet just so I could understand a little bit more what's going on. And honestly, that's my fault because yesterday I was like really confused or like really sleepy. So I like pushed myself to read, but I shouldn't have. So yeah, that's my update for right now. Hello, it is Saturday night, and this is my last update for this week. I don't know when our last update. It's been really busy. Today we had like our Thanksgiving party at work, so it's been like I'm like really tired. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday I filmed my book talk like reacting to book talk video. I edited it a little bit. It was like 15 minutes long. It's really long, and I only like edited half of it, so I still need to edit that tomorrow. So I didn't have a lot of time to read yesterday, but at the same time, I was just like tired too. I had a few books come in. One, it's like a pre-order I had like months ago. I think it was during my birthday month or something like that. And then Realm Breaker, I think you can see right there, also arrived. Yeah, I didn't really read much. I'm about 150 pages into The Bone Witch. I still haven't gotten the time to like read like a summary of what happened in the first parts, just to like make me fully understand like the world so far, because we've moved on to like from the like really heavy world building to like the specific plot for this book, but we're just starting, and I feel like I still have like a lot of things that I don't understand with the world. But yeah, I just haven't had the time. I just really tired for this during this last 3 days. Like right now, I was earlier today I was planning on that didn't work out. I really like the writing style though. It's just I need to get used to it again, because I've been reading like more contemporary books recently. It's not as easily readable as the other books that I've been reading. It's a very specific writing style that I need to get used to. It's not bad at all. I actually really like it, but I haven't been reading something like in this kind of writing, so it took a while for me to get used to. Plus the world was a little bit confusing, but I'm really liking it so far from what I can understand of it. And I think partially that's also because of me, because this last few days I've just been trying to read, and I've been just really tired. I don't know what's wrong. But yes, that is it for this week's reading vlog. I still had a really good reading week this week. Just this last few days have been like really off for me, and now I feel like I have a little bit of a cold. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But yeah, that's it for today. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.